competition in the cement business just got tougher with the entry of a new player led by Henry Big Boy C. Jr., son of the wealthiest businessman in the Philippines, the founder of the SM conglomerate. And today's briefing takes us to engineer Gilbert CRUZ, the president of Big Boss Cement, for more on the company's plans and prospects. CRUZ joins us now from our Rockwell studio in Makati. Good to have you with us, Gilbert. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations.
Good morning, and thank you, Kathy, for this opportunity.
All right, so how did this venture come about with Big Boy? When did you become part of the whole process of building it with him?
I've been involved in the construction and cement process for quite some time, and about 4 or 5 years ago, we sat down and talked about the possibility of producing cement in a new way. And our objective is really to produce a truly green product. So I have been doing an R&D for this process for quite some time, and we have a patent pending. And finally, we decided 4 years ago to set up the cement plant using the new manufacturing process that can produce a green product.
Yeah, cement in a new way. You know, that caught my attention because it's not using limestone, not clay, not shale, not sand, but lahar from Pampanga. How does that compare in terms of scalability and, well, durability? Has it been tested to be as safe and sturdy, if you will?
Yes, it's not limited to lahar. Actually, the new manufacturing process can use any type of sand that is abundant throughout the country. We are made of 7,000 islands, so wherever you go, there is a new way of indeed producing cement. And it is not needing the use of the kiln, which requires 1,500 degrees centigrade. And this is the one that produces the deleterious acids like carbon monoxide, dioxides, gases that are really destroying the environment.
All right, so what's your niche in this highly competitive industry? I know you're hoping to supply at least 3% of the industry's needs.
Yes, we are limited initially for our first year of operations to 60 to 70,000 metric tons a year. So, I mean a month. And so conversely, every year we will have about 700,000 metric tons. That's only about 3% of the current 22 million metric tons that is produced in the country.
You know, I spoke with Renz Cruz of Regina Capital earlier, and he mentioned about the potential synergy between Big Boss Cement and SM Infrastructure's needs. What synergies are you seeing in the pipeline?
Well, I'm not, as president, I'm not looking at that because our production capacity is only 1.5 million bags, and we are located at the heart of Luzon. And based on statistic requirements, there is a huge requirement in the central Luzon area alone, and there might be really no need for pushing the product to the group where our chairman belongs.
So in Central Luzon, your plant in Porac, Pampanga, has the potential to produce 5,000 bags of cement per month. But what other properties have you acquired to expand your operations, given demand?
Yes, what is in the pipeline for the next 5 years, we will be moving from one province to another. And we will not only duplicate this in the Philippines, but across the region, and hopefully, Lord willing, around the world.
In the region, which markets are you considering at this point?
There are areas that are starting to implement the new regulations on the emissions, just like in the United States. September of 2015 was the deadline for the new EPA rules, or the Environmental Protection Agency. So the emission has been reduced from a high of 0.06 pounds per metric ton to around 0.02. So this is now an avenue for our business platform to really enter the markets of the industrialized nations.
Okay, so that will be the developed markets rather than the emerging market nations of the ASEAN.
Yes, emerging, including because being a game changer. I'm not saying that we're not going to use clinker, but we can survive without it.
Well, name us a couple of markets then, developed and emerging markets. Which ones in, say, the next 3 to 5 years?
We're looking at Cambodia and other countries which are not very big producing in terms of cement. If you look at Vietnam, they're already there. Indonesia is already very strong, Malaysia. So we have to pick those countries which are still requiring a lot of cement. Just like in the Philippines, NEDA and DTI projected that in the next 5 years, our requirement would be around 40 million metric tons of cement. And we are still here in the 22 to 25 million level. So we project, or rather they project, an annual increase of 5–6%. So we have to fill in the gap, and we should help the economy grow by producing and not relying on imports.
Looks like you're going to need some money to fill in the gap, as you say. So are you going to the stock market anytime soon to raise money for expansion?
Well, every company's dream is always to go into that. So we have to wait for the perfect timing.
When would be the perfect timing? What sort of conditions are you looking for in the market?
We need at least 3 years, according to the rules.
All right. Well, you know, I spoke with the Philippine Competition Commission Stella Kimbo a day ago, the PCC investigating the cement industry for possible alleged cartel operations. In what way do you see these allegations affecting you as a newcomer in the industry?
Well, our approach is to follow what the Department of Trade has published. In fact, I think towards the year end, they made a list of the pricing rates for cement. I think I saw it as 206 pesos per bag. So we have to follow government rules regarding the pricing. So that's what we're positioning ourselves as well.
All right. Well, I wish you well in this new venture. Thank you so much for joining us. GILBERT CRUZ of Big Boss Cement joining us from Makati.
Thank you so much, Kathy.
Now, the Employers Confederation of the Philippines appeals to the Bureau of Internal Revenue for more time to